Picture this. You're playing your favorite game on your Xbox or your gaming PC and you set your controller down. And then you look at your monitor and your character is still moving. What is going on? This is commonly known as stick drift, and it happens to every controller over years of usage. But what if there was a way to mitigate stick drift from happening right from the get-go? Well, there is. This, my friends, is the HART controller from Thrustmaster, and HART stands for Hall Effect Accurate Technology. And Hall Effects isn't anything new. In fact, it was devised in the late 1890s, so yeah, I was 2 years old. And since then, it's been used in mechanical engineering for a myriad of reasons, but in the late 1990s, it actually started being used in gaming controllers. And so now we're actually seeing gaming controllers using Hall Effects with next-gen controllers of today. And this is a great opportunity for us to showcase our partnership with Thrustmaster. First up, let's take a look at the makeup of this controller. It looks like a regular Xbox controller. In fact, if you put it side by side with another controller like this Pulse Cypher controller here, it is very much a one-to-one comparison. However, the bigger differences are on the inside. This is not a wireless controller. You do need a USB Type-C cable, and in fact, it comes with a really nice braided long USB Type-C cable, so you'll be good to go whether you're on PC or on the console. And of course, with the companion app on console or PC, you can customize all of these buttons to your liking. You have your standard Yabex buttons on the side here, your select and start or action buttons in the middle there. Plus, you do get the share button, so if you implement the share options, you can share directly by hitting that button. And two extra buttons here. One, to change the profile, because you can have multiple profiles on this controller. And over here is your remapping button. On the back side here, you also have two more buttons that you are able to map to whatever other button you want from the front. So you can keep your thumbs on the analog sticks and hit those back buttons to, I don't know, jump, reload, change out resources, whatever it is that you want to do in virtually any game. You could even use these as paddle shifters if you want in Forza Motorsport. And I do love that on the bottom here for the 3.5mm headphone jack, there is a physical mute button. So if you need a cough or you want to say something about the other person without them hearing you, boom, you're muted. Go ahead and tell me what you want to say. Go ahead, I'm right here. I won't tell them. But where the magic and the miracles happen is all inside. And regarding Hall Effects in general, you can do your own research. But as far as Hall Effects in controllers go, let me give you a quick synopsis. Hall Effect sensors in gaming controllers use magnets and electrical conductors to detect the position of the joystick or analog sticks. When you move the analog stick, the magnetic field changes, and the sensor measures this change to determine the analog stick's position. This makes the analog stick more precise and eliminates stick drift, providing a smoother gaming experience. Satisfied? Needless to say, Hall Effects are an amazing invention, and it's really cool to see something go from just traditional engineering to gaming. Now, while using this controller for the last month and a half, I will say the analog sticks are a little bit tighter compared to a traditional Xbox controller. But with that being said, it's very easy to get used to, and you will see the difference, especially in high activity gaming. While moving around in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, or using this for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, my movements are so much more precise. Plus, the Yabex buttons and the bumpers, they are so responsive. And while there's no grip or hair trigger mechanism for the triggers, they just sound really cool. Yeah. So at the end of the day, who is this for? Well, it's gonna be for that pro gamer or the individual that just loves the game. And whether they're on console or PC, it doesn't matter. However, they do complain that every so often they have to buy a new controller because of stick drift. Well, because of the Hall Effects and all the other switches that are embedded into this HART controller, you're not gonna have that problem at all. And in fact, Thrustmaster has gone so far that with their eSwap controller, they've even made a module for that controller as well too. And if you wanna take a look at that video, you can click on the link in the upper right-hand corner or check it out in the description down below. But Just imagine swapping between a steering wheel and then an actual Hall Effect controller module. Pretty neat. I would love to see Hall Effects being used in more products, whether it be first-party or third-party products, but nevertheless, as it stands right now, the Heart controller is a fantastic get. And if you have any other questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section down below. Links, as always, can be found in the description below. Not only are we on this platform, but you can check us out over on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and on Facebook. And lastly, huge thanks to Thrustmaster for sending this our way so we can show it off to you all so you know what's out there in the world. Take care of yourselves and each other. Later.